In this video, we're going to show you how to reconfigure a Salesforce Lightning record page to create a 3-column layout with the information you want. So when you start using Lightning, let's say you'll go to your contacts list and click into any contact. And normally the screen would look as you see here, and you have details here. You can click related to see related components or objects to that contact. It takes up about 2/3 of the screen, and on the right, in about 1/3 of the space, you get activity, and then chatter is behind, and you click into it. And this is where you'll see past activities and email messages if you're using Match My Email. This video is to show you how to change this display of information to have details as 1/3 over here or a left column. The activity information is going to occupy the main middle part of the screen, and then related will be over here on the right, and we're actually not going to use chatter. So to make those changes, first, to understand what you have here, we're going to take a look at the page. So go up to your cog or settings wheel and click Edit Page. And this particular page layout or Lightning record page is something that cannot be modified. So we're going to create a new Lightning record page based on components we have on this page. So the top header, if you click into it to activate it, on the right, it'll give you information about what components or standard objects are in there, and this is the highlights panel you see at the top with all this information. In this larger tab on the left, if we click into it to activate it, you can see it is a tab. The default is details, meaning that's the one that shows when you land on a contact page, and the order up here is details and then related. If we click into the tab on the right, again you see a tab, activity, and then activity and chatter the way they have them displayed. So with that information, we're going to go back and we're going to create a new Lightning record page. To do that, you're going to click the Setup cog again and go to Setup. On the left sidebar, go down to under Platform Tools, Objects and Fields, and click to expand and click Object Manager. We're going to click the Contact object. And you see on the left you have options here, and we're interested in Lightning record pages. And what we're going to do is create a new page. We're going to make it a record page and click Next. And then we're going to give it a label. I'm going to call it a 3-column contact info view. And it's for the contact object. Choose that from the drop-down and then click Next. So then there's templates that Salesforce provides you that you can use for that layout arrangement. And these are very useful. We're actually going to pick the top one that's highlighted, Console Pinned Header. You can see it explains it's a full width header with 2 sidebars that are of fixed proportional widths, and then that leaves the middle area to be a little bit larger. I will point out there is also a header and 3-column layout. You can see this is with 3 very equal width columns, but in this video we're trying to make this middle section a bit larger, and these 2 sidebars will be a bit smaller. So clicking the Console Pinned Header to select, click Finish, and it will present you with that template. Now all we have to do is fill in the components and pieces to create our page. So in this header at the top, we want to grab Highlights panel on the left and drag it up and place it. Very easy. And then we have these 3 areas. We're going to make each one of them a tab. So scroll down and find tabs on the left, and into each one, grab tabs and move it there. You'll see by default, it brings you related and details in this order, and then we're going to change each one. So starting on the left, click to activate. Now that we go over here, the default tab on the left that we want to land on is Details. We want, of course, details to be first, and we don't actually want related on the left at all, so you can X to remove it. On the right, we're going to activate the far right. This will be related. Related is going to be the first tab we see, and we're going to remove details. That way each one of them occupies their own space on the left and the right. In the middle, we're going to use this to display our activities. So when you activate it, what you're actually going to do is add a tab. It adds another one called Details, but if you click into it, you can use the drop down and choose Activity from the standard list, and done. Move it to the very top. We're going to make that the default tab we see, and we're going to delete Related and delete Details. If you wanted, you could add a tab and add Chatter back in, and it would be a sub-tab behind. That would certainly be your choice. Now that we have these organized the way we want, let's put the information parts in. So for Details, click to activate, and on the left you're going to look for Record Detail and drag that into that space. And then for Activity, click to activate, scroll up to Activities and drag that over into that space. Now for Activity, we're going to do one thing further. If you're a Match My Email customer and you're using a custom managed object, email messages, you want that to show as well. So click over to this object on the left, drag it over, place it within the white space. That green bar is helping you with placement. You can see email messages is now displaying. And then on the right for Related, we're going to scroll to find Related Lists. Sorry, there it is, and drag that over. And that gives us the full related list we saw before. With all those changes made, we're going to click Save. Now, to make this visible to your users, to actually make this the page that you use, you need to activate it. So you're going to click the Activate button. We're going to assign it as the org default and click Save. And I like to click Save one more time. And then what we'll do is I have the contact record now still displaying on the left. This is the cache copy. We're going to refresh this view. And it does sometimes take a bit to sync. We may have to refresh one more time, but let's see. No, so those changes have now taken effect. So for this contact, we now have details on the left with the relevant information. Activities is there with email messages here at the bottom, and Related is on the right. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.